In this video, I will walk you through the basic setup of the Moodle attendance activity. Attendance is a great way to keep track of students' attendance. You can do this in your face-to-face classes, your hybrid face-to-face classes, or your hybrid virtual classes. It's not usually used for fully online classes, which are typically asynchronous. So I'm going to walk you through this in Moodle. Something that is obvious, but we need to know right from the start is when our class meets. For this example, I'm going to pretend that my class meets from 1 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. on Tuesdays. Here I am in my Moodle course. I have editing turned on, and I'm going to first add the attendance activity. So I'm going to add an activity or resource, and I'm going to choose attendance. So what we do with the attendance activity is we create the shell first, and then we're going to add the session. So then we're going to add all of the information. So this is just the shell. I usually just leave the name, and I don't typically put a description because the name is descriptive enough. So the grade, you can change this if you want it to be ungraded, or usually you'll just leave it at points, and you might want to have a different maximum grade. I'm going to leave it at 100. If you have grade categories set up, you would put this in your, attendance and participation category if that was relevant. And that's really all you need to do on this page. So then we're just going to click Save and Display. And Save and Display in Moodle always opens up the activity for you to see. So here I am in the attendance activity, and there's not much to see yet because I don't have any sessions in here. So I'm going to click on Add Session. And a session is your course meeting. So I said that my course is going to meet 1 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. on Tuesdays, so that's what I'm going to add in. So let's see, let's just pretend that we're going into September, and September 8th is the first day of classes. Sorry, what I just did there, I should tell you what I was doing there. I expanded all. I just wanted to take a quick look at the settings that were to come, and that's a really easy way to do it. Otherwise, you can just open up your settings one by one. So September 8th, so now my class meets at 1 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. So be careful here. This is a 24-hour clock, so you don't want to choose 1. You'll want to choose 13. So 13 to 14, so that's 2:15, 1 p.m. to 2:15, just confirming. So that's when my first class session is. And then I'm going to repeat the session above, and it's going to happen every Tuesday. It's going to happen once a week. Right? So you would only change this if you were doing something that was like every other week, but this is going to repeat every week. And then we're going to repeat it until, and let's see, well, here's a good example of why when you're setting up attendance, it's always a good idea to have the academic calendar handy. So classes end on December 16th. So I'm going to click all the way through. So my last class meeting will be the 15th. So I repeat until that date. I am not going to allow students to record their own attendance, so I'm just going to ignore that, and then I'm going to click Add. So it's really important to follow those steps to do multiple sessions, because it would be very time consuming to do session by session. So if you see here, now you can see that I have all. I could also toggle between weeks and days, but I prefer to just look at all of the sessions on one page. So 1 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. and I have all of my sessions here. So now here's another important point that we need to do. We need to figure out if there are any days that the class is not going to meet. This is a Tuesday class, so I don't want to spend too much time on looking. It doesn't, interesting. That's on Monday. I don't want to spend too much time looking. So let's just pretend that there's a Tuesday holiday on a day in November. So let's pretend that November 3rd, a Tuesday, is a holiday, or for some reason the class is not going to meet on that day. So then you can just press the little trash can icon to delete that session, and that just deletes that one session. So there are all of my sessions. I want to show you that the default status is present, which is worth 2 points, late, which is worth 1, excused, which is also worth 1. So note that the default present and excused are not worth the same sort of weight. Present is worth full credit and excused is worth half of that, and then absent is 0. So if you want to change any of this, you can on this page. You can update all of these. You can change it to record what you want to record. And then in your sessions, when you want to take attendance, so let's pretend that I've had my first class, and all I do is to click on this little triangle icon. It's going to open up the students in my class. This is really nice up here. I can mark everybody as present, and then if there was one person absent, I can write absent. If there was someone late, I can mark them as late, and then I can type in comments here, and I can save attendance, and then you'll see that that session shows that I have marked attendance for that session. So that was a quick overview. Make sure you let us know if you have any questions. We can help you set up your attendance activity or anything else in Moodle, so just send us an email at moodlehelp@berkshirecc.edu.